Hello and welcome to a new video, and this is very likely a very important video because today we're gonna take a look at some legendary Pokemon that are gonna become available for you for the Go Battle League, which is going to be very interesting because some of them are going to be insanely strong and must-haves to get. So yeah, let's dive right into it. This is the event that got announced yesterday evening. I didn't actually, honestly, I didn't understand the blog post of it. I could not read through it. But here we're going to have some nice graphic from Galax, which I kind of want to take as a base here of it. We're going to see what's going to be happening from February 10 AM, 24th of February there, and till the 1st of March. We're going to get some interesting things, which I didn't want to do like this. We're going to have the spawns of, basically the starters, which is not really that great. Rates of starters, not really that great. But we're going to get some interesting 5-star rates the entire time. And there's going to be a raid hour every day as well, which is going to be interesting for the week before the Go Tour, basically. Yeah, it's the Go Tour, exactly. And we're going to have here, for example, the first one, the Technoblast variant of Genesect in all variants at the same time. They all can be shiny as well. We're going to have a Sacred Sword variant with like all of the legacy moves here the entire time, which is really cool, of the Justice Trio. We're going to have here like the Flying Trio thingy. I forgot the name from them. Like they have also some kind of farm thing due to do or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, they have Bleakwind Storm, Wild Bolt Storm, and Sensia Storm, so maybe the Storm Trio. And we're also going to get here the Zekrom as well as the Reshiram just before, which is needed in order to get the new Pokemon as well, the Kyurem Black and White, so definitely get them as well. This is cool, that is fine. I don't actually know what this black and white thing means. There are special backgrounds basically available for the Pokemon, and this depends on which version you can catch them. I think that's mainly the thing here. For example, you can only catch this one in the black version on the main series games, this one only in the white version. That's basically the little bits below, so that they can have special backgrounds. They're not guaranteed as far as I know, but they can have special backgrounds, which honestly look really, really good. This is the main part that I want to take a look at. This is going to be the most interesting part here of this event. It is going to be, basically a Pokemon that can be for the Go Battle League, for the Open Great League, that have never been released really before, other than one of them, which is the normal drive variant of Genesect. If you bought the Genesect ticket in the beginning, which I did as well, you're going to be able to get all of those Pokemon as a special edition basically, and here you get all of the Genesects, all different forms as well here at 15, like at level 15, which is going to be very interesting because a lot of Pokemon are going to be actually very, very solid. We're going to take a look at all of them. We're going to have some interesting other stuff here. Half the hedge distance, which is interesting but doesn't really help. Remote raid pass going to be 20 as a limit. And from the 1st and 2nd of March, where the actual event is starting, there's no limit for the remote raid passes there. As you're going to see here, some research encounters there, kind of interesting from Unova, and we have some stuff that you can buy towards it. We have like a raid bonus, which gives you double Stardust, an extra raid pass each day, and yeah, basically some other bonus that you get XL can be a bit easier, and also some, I guess, some clothings as well. And then we're going to have the hedge bonus where you get double hedge Stardust and all of this good stuff. I don't know how long they're going to last. Is it also going to be for the event itself on March 1st and March 2nd? I'm not too sure about it. If it is, that would be really good, but I'm not too sure. Spawn point update, this is already live. Don't even, if you don't see any more spawns, I didn't really see any new update or whatever with it. Sad for you, but like the spawn update is already live. This is already currently in the game, and the visual Pokedex is going to be coming up as well. This is all like a month still coming basically, but here we're gonna see the chance of getting a 1500 CP Pokemon like from this research. So like they have to be level 15, all of them anyway, from the research, and we have to see how likely it is to get the 1500 CP chance basically there. And what we see here is that there are basically a few Pokemon that you get guaranteed below 1500 CP, which is Cobalion and Venusaur, which are insanely important. The Tornadus, which is not that important, but we're gonna take a look at all of them anyway, and all of the Genesect forms. And this is basically the most important thing actually, because the Pokemon that you see here are the best kind of ones from the legendaries that are going to be now available for the Open Great League. And here we're gonna see it down there. And then there are some Pokemon that you can get through trade. And for example, here for the Landorus Therian form, there's a 0.12 chance for the lowest friendship level to get this Pokemon for the Open Great League. So you basically are never going to be able to see this Pokemon in the Open Great League if someone gets that. Very, very lucky. Basically impossible. We have the forgot the name of this Pokemon, Terrakion, I think, where it's actually over 50% chance to get this Pokemon for the Open Great League, if you have like low friendship level as well, that's kind of okay. It's very solid. And then we're going to have the Thunderous here, which even has 77% chance basically to get this Pokemon in a trade, in a mirror trade with someone with low friendship for the Open Great League. That's also very easy to get. So like those are definitely solid to get most likely. This one basically impossible, and that's something interesting as well, because we're gonna see now how they perform. So first up, we're going to have all the Genesects here. I'm not too sure about the moveset here. This is going to be something that depends on the meta most likely as well. We have Fury Cutter or Metal Claw. I feel like Fury Cutter, because of the energy generation, is usually the better move to go for. But here, it depends if you want to have Magnet Bomb or Exeter. It's basically the main question. Do you want to have Steel type coverage or the Bug type coverage? I went for Exeter because it's cheaper, and I think it's going to be better. And here we see Normal, Burn, Chill, use, and as also the Shock version. And as you guys see here, we see that Chill is going to be very interesting. We see that Shock is very interesting. Maybe the Water one as well has some play, but then again, I feel like Water, I think it's better to have Genesect Chill then, because you're going to be able to hit most of the Pokemon lead with Water, which is currently Ground type Pokemon mainly, also with the Ice typing. So I feel like this would be just preferred over the Water one. And so it's basically down to Shock and Chill basically in order to be solid for this meta. I don't think Burn is going to have a lot of play. And as we're going to take a look here now, we can see the Shock version of Genesect, which is going to have actually very okay results here as well. Going to be able to do some solid stuff in the meta. It is not needed, but it's definitely a cool Pokemon to have, and I feel like in certain scenarios, Pokemon might actually have some sort of play. Same goes for the Chill variant here. We have kind of the same play here, and we're gonna see already that this Pokemon is going to have a 451 average rating, which is kind of very similar, and it kind of performs the same kind of way as the one before as well. So they have a bit of play, especially the Chill one. If shields are down, this Pokemon goes to town. I think the Ice type version is the best version that you can get, but still, I do think that just generally speaking, it's cool to get all the Genesects again, because they were kind of difficult to get before. I think there was only the one available that just had the normal typing, which wasn't too great. This is the main thing. Cobalion and Virizion, both of those Pokemon here, going to be super important. Like, they're both going to be super important. Virizion, as you're going to see here, you're always going to be able to get this one at 1500 below CP, basically, from the quest encounter, which is really nice. You have two different kind of moves, or three different moves actually as well. You can go for Close Combat, you can go for Sacred Sword, or you can go for Stone Edge. I think Close Combat makes actually a lot of sense in the Open Great League, just giving you a little bit of a harder hitting move. You already have Leaf, but has good coverage. Stone Edge could work out for you as well, but I feel like this is the best moveset to go for. Terrakion, again, you need to trade mainly for it in order to get it low enough. There are a lot of IV spreads that are possible for this Pokemon, but trading is needed. And for Cobalion, we're going to see as well, again, the moveset could be different once. You can go for Close Combat, you can go for Iron Head, you can go for Stone Edge. But this Pokemon, again, has the same stats, I think, than Virizion, but just a different typing, and doesn't have Leaf Blade, which is kind of awkward, but like better typing. Worst charge move. And as you're gonna see here, Virizion and Cobalion going to be insanely important. Both of them are going to be absolutely meta breakers, especially Virizion is going to be very, very strong right now. It just has a better fast move, for example, compared to other grass and fighting type Pokemon, and also has Leaf Blade, which is also something that they don't have usually, which is a very cheap and very hard hitting grass type charge move, making it very unique and definitely a very strong Pokemon to bring. And Cobalion is completely unique. Like, you have a Steel and Fighting type Pokemon, which you have in Lucario, but like, Lucario is not going to compete completely against like the Cobalion because it doesn't have the stats. This Pokemon has the stats. So we have some new fighting type Pokemon around. And if you can compare, for example, Virizion to Chestnut, which is the most commonly used grass and fighting type Pokemon, you're going to see that Chestnut is going to perform sometimes better against Clodsire, but sometimes worse. And this kind of, I think it is definitely better to have Virizion, because fighting type coverage is just better than grass type coverage, and the fast move just itself gives you better coverage. You have Close Combat, giving you a hard hitting move, and you can even play a safer play where you're just going to be able to outspeed opponents fast as well with Sacred Sword. So I'm fairly certain that Virizion is going to be the preferred grass and fighting type Pokemon. I could see this Pokemon even having play in tournaments. And so, yeah, as you're gonna see here, this Pokemon is definitely going to be an interesting one and something that you need to take a look at. What you're gonna see here now as well in depth, we're gonna see that this Pokemon has an average rating of 529. That is amazing. That is really, really good. And as you're gonna see as well, 2-shield scenario, very solid. And in the 0-shield scenario, even better. Like, this Pokemon has so much potential. Yes, it's gonna get destroyed by Talonflame again, but this Pokemon is honestly something I'm really looking forward to, and has a great bulk as well with 2002. Like, that's a very solid bulk. And Cobalion here is going to be very similar. I think Stone Edge is going to be the best moveset here for this Pokemon, and we see here already 504 average rating, really good. Again, like this Pokemon is going to have some play again, and as we will see here, 531, really solid top meta picks. Like you really want to have them, they're really good, and they're going to be definitely something that you should get for the Go Battle League, and they're free as well, you don't have to pay for anything. And now we're going to take a look at the Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus. What we'll see here for them is that Tornadus, of course, is going to be free. You're always going to get it below 1500 CP. Thundurus, not so much, because you have quite a lot of bulk, but you have a very solid chance of getting this. Quite a little bit of bulk, but a lot of attack, but you have a chance of getting this one. And Landorus, very difficult to get. Very difficult to get. There's only a few chances here for level 15, basically. I think you can do it like this, but yeah, it's basically just a few IV spreads that are actually functioning for this Pokemon. Like, yeah, this for example would work, or this would work, but like there's basically next to no chance to really get this Pokemon with good IVs for this meta. And as you can see, or like in general even get it for the meta, because you have a minimum spread of 1-1-1, so like you have like maybe 3 IV spread that work. But as you can see as well, Landorus is going to be a good Pokemon. Actually has some potential here as well, but generally speaking, it is not going to be something that people are going to be able to get, and I don't think it's going to be something that's like completely meta defining as well. There are other Pokemon, for example, that can do a similar job. For example, Gliscor has the same typing. Like Gliscor can literally do kind of similar things here. Has also Earthquake as a coverage, doesn't have superpower or whatever, but Gliscor is basically better. So like you don't need Landorus. Like to be fair, like Gliscor is just the better version of Landorus. So it's not too bad for this one. Like nobody really needs to care about it. Tornado is not too good. Thundurus here is kind of the best one that you can get that is still having some solid matchups. But as you're gonna see as well, it struggles quite a bit with the meta. And so the thing here for this one, of course, is what you want is some Genesects maybe, but mainly Cobalion and Virizion. Those two gonna be super good. Like literally needed for the Open Great League. Those Pokemon are going to be top tier Pokemon to run, especially Virizion, I would say. Cobalion also where like he has some play, but I feel like Virizion is going to have a lot of play. And so yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you later for another video. See you then, bye bye.